Were you a fan of Skins before you joined the show?
Yeah, I've watched Skins since the first series, and I've always really enjoyed it. I always kind of thought if like I really wanted to be in it, but it's funny like actually being in it now because they have all like the pictures and stuff on the walls of all the previous casts like behind the scenes, and then they have our pictures next to them. It's just really odd because it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like I'm really a part of Skins. And I don't think it will until it comes out on TV.
Are you looking forward to it coming out on TV?
No. I get really embarrassed like watching myself. So it's one of those things that like, plus my character's quite unusual, so I'm kind of like waiting to see what people think of her. So yeah, well, yes and no. I'm like excited, but I'm quite nervous about it as well.
Can you tell us a bit about your character?
She kind of starts off in the series as like the stereotypical outsider. She's arrived 3 weeks late to school, and she's very different to everyone else there, and she doesn't seem to fit in at first. But like inside she's a really lovely person, and she's really kind and like generous, and she just keeps giving of herself to everyone, and eventually that kind of draws people together, and she becomes like kind of the heart of the group, which is, it's nice. I enjoy playing somebody who is like genuinely a nice person.
Do you think she's a new character for Skins, something we haven't seen before?
Yeah, I think she's completely different to anyone that they've ever had on Skins before. I think she's completely like unique. She looks different, but in a sense she's also a very kind of Skinsy character because she has all the kind of, I don't know how you would describe it, like the kind of Skins properties. Like she's got kind of the troubled side of her, but she's also got the good side of her, and then sometimes you see the angry side of her, and she's a very kind of well-rounded and realistic character. And I think that's what Skins is all about, is getting characters that people can relate to and see themselves in their shoes, in their situations.
And Skins has covered so much in the past few series. Do you think it's found new things to talk about this time?
Yeah, I think the storylines are completely different to anything that's been before, and I think the characters, I mean, although obviously there's only so many different directions you can go with a group of 8 teenagers, but I think they have made them really fresh and really different, and I think we have a completely different dynamic to all the other, like the past series, because I think what's generally happened in the past is that they've been a group at the beginning and then they split them up, and the way they've kind of made this series is that they're not so much a group at the beginning, but they come together, and I really like that about our series. I think it makes it really, I don't know, it has more kind of like hope in it, which is, it's been fun.
What if someone had never seen Skins before? What would you say to persuade them to watch?
Oh, it depends who they were, but I think generally in Skins there's always at least one character that you can really relate to, and if not, there's always a character that you really love. And I don't know, I think it's just kind of fun. It's a really fun series, and that's what draws people in, is because it's enjoyable to watch. And yes, it has its like dark moments, but people are like, they're interested in it, and I think it's one of those shows that you really get hooked on. So I would suggest, if somebody hasn't seen it before, watch 1 or 2 episodes and you'll probably really like it.